Many places in southern China have been hit by floods recently. Rongjiang County in Guizhou province is one of the worst hit areas. Heavy rains over the past few days have caused severe flooding, and many lives have been lost to the floods. The scene we present here has filtered out sensitive images, but it's enough to show the severity of the disaster. On June 28th, Leishan County suffered a severe flood, and the mountain torrents and mudslides even passed through residential buildings. Let's take a look. When I woke up this morning, Xiaodanjiang Miao village has been flooded. Several towns upstream of Rongjiang, such as Xinghua Township and Taxi Township, not a single one is spared. Due to the heavy rainfall in Danzhai and Leishan upstream, many towns in Rongjiang County are flooded. At noon on June 28, the headquarters of flood control and drought relief in Rongjiang County, Guizhou province upgraded the emergency level to the highest. It required all residents in the 7 major flood areas in Rongjiang County to evacuate, and a total of 41,574 people were transferred. My fans, the flood is coming again, and we need to be evacuated for the second time. With the suitcase, the kitten, and the sisters, everyone moved to Sunshine Wulong. I hope the flood this time will be smaller and cause less damage to our home. Received an emergency notice, brothers. This is the urgent notice. Evacuate this area immediately. We are now in the county town of Rongjiang, in the center of the county. You can see that all the people here have evacuated. No other option but evacuation. All cars must be driven out, and we must go to higher places because the flood has come down from upstream. We received an emergency notice that the flood has come down from upstream, so we have to evacuate. Brothers, look, all the people here, there, and behind, so hard and tired. They all have to evacuate. All are running, all are driving and running. Friends, run. I heard that the flood is going to be full again. There is too much flooded water from Leishan and Sandu coming. Everyone who can run, run quickly. Look at the cars, they were all running. Run, it's too dangerous. I just cleaned the store and then the flood came again. There is a reason why this lady couldn't help crying, because the flood receded a few days ago and the people of Rongjiang County just cleaned up the mess. However, the flood came again. This is the scene of the Rongjiang people driving away. The flood poured in very quickly. In just 7 minutes, the streets of Rongjiang County were completely submerged. A local netizen said, not only Rongjiang County but also all towns in Rongjiang have suffered unprecedented floods. The first floor has been submerged in just 2 hours, and Leishan County is also submerged. I hope everyone will pay more attention. We really need help. Now my hometown has no power outage and no signal. I can't get them by phone call. On June 28, the local hydropower station increased the discharge of flood water, which also led to the rapid escalation of local flooding. Today is June 28th. This is Taxi Township upstream of Rongjiang County. Today's flood is more serious than the last one. Look at the van opposite 5 minutes ago. It's almost submerged now. It's 6 o'clock on June 28th, and I'm sitting at the window of our house. The water level is rising before my eyes. On June 28th, the water level in Sandu County upstream of Rongjiang County rose. This is the rising river water in front of Sandu Rongjiang International Hotel. A woman filmed a video saying that she lives in a high-rise building and has prepared some simple supplies.
我家的楼层很高。
My home is on a high floor. I've been preparing these foods these days. There is no electricity, so no refrigerator. I just do the meal this way.
没有冰箱，就这样子弄。
Heavy rains have hit Rongjiang County over the past week, and the upstream hydropower station has also released floods on multiple occasions. The increased flood discharge of the Majingao hydropower station on June 28th aggravated the disaster. One netizen said, "I'm afraid this round is more serious than the one on June 24th. I'm from Danzhai County. This morning on the 28th, the water level in the upper reaches is much higher than before. I hope the people in Sandu, Rongjiang, and Guizhou downstream pay attention to safety and take precautions as soon as possible." On June 26, the upstream reservoir in Rongjiang County released floodwaters, causing the river water to surge into the city. The residents were frightened and fled. There are still people in the van. They are all flooded away. One netizen commented, "Why doesn't the government do anything?" Every year, floods cause many victims to raise this question. The CCP's response is to strictly prohibit such voices and questions from being heard by the outside world. When the party-controlled media responds to floods, the unchanging theme in propaganda is, the party is doing its best to care for the people. In fact, the floods bring a mess, and the exhausted people can only deal with it themselves. This is the scene after the flood receded on June 29th. Currently, the number of people affected by the disaster in Rongjiang is more than 100,000, and 90% of the core urban area has been destroyed. The flood receded, leaving devastation everywhere, and people worked hard to clean up their homes after the flood. Rongjiang suffered 2 floods in a week, and the merchants were very concerned about their shops. It's so sad to see this. They were all painstaking efforts. The excavator is taking them away bit by bit. Many shops like this one had their electrical appliances flooded. Electrical appliances are so vulnerable to floods. All scrapped. Think about the goods worth $70,000 or $80,000. Now it's probably only $10,000 or $20,000. It's lucky enough to be able to keep $10,000 or $20,000 of goods. All these goods are needed. The flood has receded now. The terrain here is relatively high. It took me more than half an hour to finally arrive at the store. These are the cars parked here yesterday. I thought our terrain was high and it would not be flooded, but it turned out that all of them were flooded. Look, take a good look at my exhibition hall. The gate has been broken. The flood has already reached the upper part last night. My car, luckily our cars were inside and they didn't get flooded out. I couldn't control myself. It's not that I feel sorry for the money. After all, this place is where I've walked step by step for 7 years. Now it's all destroyed. The Geely car showroom is next door to us, the same, completely destroyed.
也是全军覆没。旁边的酒
The hotel next door, the Geely showroom next door, the restaurant next door, none of them are spared.
无一幸免。
Guizhou, Rongjiang was flooded for the second time. The disaster was serious and the people wailed. Lin Xiaolong, a former judge in Guizhou province, told overseas Chinese media, "Whenever there is a heavy rain in my county, you can basically row a boat on the streets. However, it's not as severe as this time in Rongjiang County." He analyzed that the drainage system is related to the safety valve of the city. CCP officials tend to favor glamorous face projects. They often prefer not to undertake initiatives that are hidden underground and require significant funding, such as drainage systems. Urban drainage problems are common across the country, especially when the rainy season comes. Every year we see water flooding the streets. He said, "The first thing that local party and government leaders do after taking office is to dig roads and carry out municipal projects without exception. Why? Because it makes money quickly." The amount of money involved in urban infrastructure construction is huge, so there is more room for corruption among officials. Large-scale infrastructure construction can make a city look grand. For officials, it can both make a lot of money and demonstrate work performance. For issues like urban sewers that are invisible to the outside world but actually involve the survival and safety of the people, CCP officials don't care. Lin said if the sewers are blocked, rainwater will definitely flood the road surface. "I am 100% sure that the urban drainage system in Rongjiang County, where the major flood occurred this time, dare not let you go in to see those sewers. The same is true for other cities. This is a common phenomenon in China." That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.